Korea in the 21st century. Dynamic, colorful, energetic, and home to one of the most active Christian communities in the world. The faith and tradition that unite this community took root over a century ago, in part through the efforts of one remarkable man, Horace Grant Underwood. He was a teacher, linguist, missionary, but most of all a visionary. He saw a Christian Korea where none yet existed, and his enduring legacy has helped shape the nation we know today. Dr. Underwood arrived in Korea in 1885. What he lacked in resources, he made up for with a passionate evangelism. He traveled the country, inviting people to accept the gospel of Jesus Christ. Underwood organized the first Presbyterian church in Seoul in 1887. Over the next 30 years, he established more than 40 churches, many of which are still thriving. As a direct result of this work, the Korean Protestant Church is now one of the most vibrant in the world, and its efforts have made Korea more active in foreign missions than any other nation except the United States. But Dr. Underwood also imagined the power of the gospel reaching beyond the church. He helped write a Korean English dictionary. He started a major newspaper, organized the Korean YMCA, and founded a college that would later become part of Yonsei University. He saw how the gospel could grow not just within individual human hearts, but in society as a whole, a perspective that grew from his early involvement with the Reformed Church in America. When Underwood was a teenager, his family joined Grove Reformed Church in North Bergen, New Jersey. The pastor, William Maybon, encouraged him to embrace the gospel in his own life, and it didn't take long for the young man to find his path. After college, Underwood enrolled in New Brunswick Theological Seminary. Here, he became immersed in a rigorous Reformed theology that was as attentive to culture and society as it was to the human heart. And for the first time, he saw an intense interest in foreign missions. The seminary had produced such graduates as David Abiel, the first American missionary to enter China, and several members of the great missionary family descended from John Scudder. Underwood had never before conceived of a ministry that spanned the entire globe, and the importance of this work went deep in his understanding. This combination of influences soon led Underwood to answer the call. He joined the Society of Inquiry into Missions, a student group that had helped train many other missionaries before him. He became interested in ecumenical cooperation, a pursuit he would later expand upon in Korea. And he became active in the Salvation Army. Over time, though still living in New Brunswick, Underwood began to embrace the local day-to-day work of a missionary. One classmate commented, "You could see Horace with his coattails flying, running around the New Brunswick streets on some religious work almost any day in the week." In the 125 years since Underwood's graduation, New Brunswick Theological Seminary has continued to find its spiritual center in the Reformed tradition. Its teaching still places the lordship of Christ over society as a whole, as well as over individual lives. Its faculty included theologian Ferdinand Schenck, historian E. Earl Ellis, and Howard Hageman, one of the leaders in Reformed liturgical renewal in the late 20th century. And the seminary's graduates are no less notable. They include Samuel Zwemer and James Cantine, the famous missionaries to Arabia, A.J. Muste, the great anti-war activist, and A.L. Warnshise, a leader in the ecumenical movement who helped form the World Council of Churches. Today, a visit to the seminary reveals a blending of old and new. It's home to a multicultural student body, including many Korean students who enjoy a broad range of academic programs. It maintains strong affiliations in South Korea, the Netherlands, South Africa, Hungary, and the Middle East. And it places a greater emphasis on urban ministry. On many levels, the scholarship, faculty, and students all reflect the needs of the modern world. But as fresh and vibrant as the seminary is now, the original center holds, and the long tradition continues. Underwood would still feel at home here. The energy that fills these halls is the same that fills the churches of Korea, his second home, half a world away. This energy flows from the deep anchor in the rock, Jesus Christ, channeled through the Reformed tradition. It remains at the heart of New Brunswick Theological Seminary and of the many Korean churches that Horace Underwood helped to shape.